Hey all, welcome to the CIOPCC and our top 10 for this week. Now, here in the United States, this is Memorial Day. For those of you who don't know, Memorial Day is the day we celebrate those who have given their lives in service of protecting the United States. And for those of you celebrating today, I hope you're having a wonderful day. For those of you who don't celebrate, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday as well. But I'm going to do a top 10 6-scale military action figure list for the holiday. So I'm going to start out, let's see here. I'm going to start out with Private Ryan. Now, you all remember Private Ryan, great movie, Tom Hanks. The problem is they were going to do a G.I. Joe based on his character. That was the plan. And then they nixed it. They decided, well, it wasn't exactly the kind of movie that Hasbro wanted to do an action figure based on. So I put this one together. Not even sure who did the head sculpt, but I put this one together years ago, and it is definitely on my top 10 list. Sideshow has done plenty of military figures over the years. One of those is George Washington. Here he is with a British and American soldier from the Revolutionary War. One of Sideshow's better versions. They also did Abraham Lincoln, a nice version of that president for their Civil War line. Dragon's done plenty of great figures as well. Dragon models. You saw this one just a minute ago. I'm going to pick it as one of my favorites. In the number 8 slot, this is Dave, was his name. But really, come on, it's George C. Scott. We all know it's George C. Scott. You can tell it's George C. Scott. They aren't fooling anybody. Right over here next to him is Steve McQueen. There's actually two versions. These were by Star Ace. They did a terrific job. This is Steve McQueen, of course, from The Great Escape. The one in front there is his normal look during the movie. Come on, you can focus. There you go. And then the one in back is his when he wore the uniform to escape. Some of Star Ace's best work. Sideshow, let's get back to them for a second. Back there in the back, that dude in the mustache getting ready to fire the cannon. Yeah, that's Civil War soldier from the Michigan 6th Cavalry. My great-great-great-grandfather fought for Michigan in the Civil War, so he holds kind of a special place. Now, speaking of holding special places, I've shown you my Mark's Best of the West figures before, but the Custer there in the center was mine as a child. It's one of my remaining surviving action figures from when I was a kid. And I loved this figure when I was a kid. I thought Custer was just about the coolest you could get. And, of course, I learned over time that that wasn't quite historically accurate. And I can appreciate the actual history now. But I still love this figure from my childhood. And he gets the 5th spot on my top 10. I don't have very many Bruce Willis figures, but Hot Toys did this excellent figure for a rather not so excellent G.I. Joe movie. They did the roadblock in back there as well, the Rock figure. But it was really, it's this Bruce Willis that I think is just one of their nicest head sculpts. It's a great looking figure. Of course, it helps he doesn't have any hair here, but you know. Also from Hot Toys is my number 3 slot, Sergeant Barnes from Platoon. Sadly, they only did the 2 figures from Hot Toys. Sideshow did quite a few more. But Sideshow's obviously did not turn out as nice as the Hot Toys versions did. In the number 2 slot, we jump back to World War II with Aldo Reigns. Another terrific earlier Hot Toys head sculpt. I also happen to love the costume because it's so unique and different rather than just being a military uniform. But speaking of military uniforms, My number one, again, comes from my childhood. This is an all-original Joe from the 1960s. That is the dress Marine Corps uniform that he's wearing. Given to me by my sister when I was a little kid, I believe. Probably for a birthday or Christmas. And that is my top 10 military figures. Out of many, many, many that I have. Let me know what your top 10 favorite military figures are. 6 scale figures. And have a fun Monday.